Well, it's another working week once again. It is the final day of March, and thanks for clicking on to the Monday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Before we continue with the video, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, you know the drill. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and also hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. It was a busy weekend just going here on the channel. Back on Saturday, the April Outlook was released. It's freely available on markvoganweather.com. There will be a link left in the description below. And then yesterday, it was the 135th edition of the Global Weather Report live here from Mark Vogan Weather HQ, looking at some of the big weather stories and really stories that have taken place over the last 7 days. One of the big ones was the earthquake in Myanmar, which affected anywhere from obviously the epicenter area itself, as far north as China, as far south as the Bangkok area, with big impacts. We also looked at some of the extremes that have taken place over the past 7 days across the world as well. So there is a link in the description below for the Outlook that was released literally back yesterday, I think it was, and also for the live stream that was also yesterday too. So back on Saturday, the video incorporated the April Outlook as well, so you can check that out at your leisure. Also, the GFS extended. This is the upcoming 7-day period of the model here. You can see quite a strong area of high pressure centered to the north of the UK. We've got a trough over the central and eastern Mediterranean. We've got another trough that, thanks to that block, that stone within the atmosphere, rerouting weather systems down towards Iberia. But generally speaking, it's a drier week across Spain, Portugal, southern portions of France, where it had been a very, very wet week gone last week. And we've had 3 times the March average for parts of Spain. And it's turned out to be a very, very cool and wet March. But up here across the UK, despite the more cyclonic end to the month, cooler, wetter, and windier, we have seen a warmer and drier March overall. The Met Office stats will be available, I believe, tomorrow. That will get added into the article that has now been released also. So in terms of precipitation anomaly then, with this block in place, no surprise that we've got a drier than average signal over the next 7 days. And no surprise also that we are going to see, as a consequence of warmer, drier settled conditions, we're going to see warmer than average temperatures as a consequence of that. Now, I want to play through here the loop here and see if we have much in the way of change. We maintain this warmer than average theme in the days 6 through 13. Notice we're turning colder across central and eastern areas of Europe here. Continuing to play through this loop, you can see here that we ease off in that warmth for a period of time, but then it comes back once again. There is no real major signal for anything significantly cold at this moment in time. So let's go to the weather charts website here and see how it's looking. We've got this area of high pressure at the moment. That's going to slide east, and it's going to open the door to more southerly winds. So it's going to allow milder air to come up from the south. If we look at the 850s, you can see here that we have got that milder air at 850. Now, while we're seeing it coming out of Africa into western and southwestern areas, we're seeing colder air coming down on the eastern side of that area of high pressure. And that colder air is going to try and move into the southern half of the UK and then spread northwards. Continue to play through the loop off the GFS. Again, another surge of pretty cold air coming in to central and eastern areas of the continent, but never really quite reaches the UK in the near term. We've got something flirting with something colder out of the east as we progress through towards Friday the 11th of April. But if we go back to the overview chart here, and you can see that that area of high pressure really is anchored in place, goes up towards Scandinavia, and it continues to keep this settled theme going. We have got some lower heights coming in. As that high drifts a little bit further east, weakens, we're going to see another area of low pressure move towards Iberia. And as the heights come down over the UK, we're going to see that drifting a little bit further north here, attempting to deliver something a little bit more unsettled. But you can see that really there is not a lot of weather to speak about. High pressure remains dominant all the way out towards the middle portions of April. Very little in the way of moisture coming into play. This is coming off the back of that dry February and March that is now just ending. In terms of total precipitation, this is all the way out to Monday the 14th, and that is about as dry of a signal as you're going to get for the next 2 weeks here. A lot of the moisture getting rerouted away around that periphery of high pressure in Iberia through the Mediterranean. Particularly concerned about the eastern side of Europe in particular. It's around the periphery that we're going to see the wettest conditions overall through the next couple of weeks. But certainly the GFS is indicating a very dry outlook for most of the UK. In terms of the ECMWF, again, very much dry with exceptions of the northwest UK. Overall, again, south and eastern Europe is going to see the wettest conditions over the next couple of weeks. So, yep, we will continue to monitor this pattern. We're going to see how warm it gets over the next couple of days in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. And check out all the links in the description below today's video. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. See you next time with more. Bye for now.